Hi guys, and welcome to our holiday of the week portion of our lesson. This week we are talking about Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is a Swahili word that means first. And when it says first, it's referring to the first fruits of the harvest. Harvest meaning like when all your plants are ready to go, right? So it's talking about the first fruit of the harvest. But this holiday is actually a holiday that goes from December 26th, so the day after Christmas, to January 1st, or the beginning of the new year. Many people celebrate of African descent in America as a way of celebration and kind of remembering the principles that matter the most to them. So let's kind of talk a little bit about that because it is a very cool holiday. We're going to see some similarities and differences compared to last week's holiday. Now, I've heard of Kwanzaa called African Christmas before. Absolutely not. Nothing like that. This is a completely separate holiday. In fact, it's actually kind of a new holiday too. It originated in the 1960s, which your grandmas and grandpas were probably born around the 1960s-ish. So it really isn't that old. I mean, if you think about holidays, like a lot of them are pretty old, but this one is actually a pretty new holiday, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so in Hanukkah, all of these people, they love to eat food, they give gifts, there's like a big feast at the end, like how we would have a Christmas dinner, there's a big feast at the end. Similar to Hanukkah, Kwanzaa has a ceremony of lighting candles. So in Hanukkah, we remember from last week, we have a menorah, and that kind of represented like the oil lamp, right? Where each night they would light a new candle on the menorah. In Kwanzaa, they have a similar looking kind of device for that, but this is called a kinara. And each of these candles on the kinara represents one of the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. Now you might be thinking, what on earth are principles? If you think about how at our school we have the Positivity Project, right? So we like to think about humor and kindness and humility and bravery. Those are all like Positivity Project. Those are traits about us, right? That we want to really make sure that we exude in our life. The principles of Kwanzaa are very similar. They're kind of ideas that you want to portray in yourself in life. So the principles that they have are, let's see, we have self-determination, which is like hard work and really working for what you want, right? Unity, which is coming together. Let's see, unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility, which is kind of like working together, teamwork. I would think that would be most similar to the teamwork positivity trait. Cooperative economics, which is about like money in like a group of people. And then let's see, purpose, which is, you know, what are your plans, right? Creativity, and we know what creativity is. We had the Creativity Positivity Project trait, I think in October. And faith meaning like your religion or what you believe in, not necessarily religion, but what you believe in. So those are the 7 traits of Kwanzaa. So here's how they do that. Each night of Kwanzaa, they get together as a family, or maybe they do it with their friends, depends on who they want to celebrate with, and they will light a candle on the kinara, and they will talk about what that trait means to them. So each candle represents the different trait. So maybe on the first night, for reference, on the first night they will light the candle of unity, or umoja. You're going to see a song here in a second that's going to tell you about all of the Swahili words for these 7 principles that we talked about. So each night they light a candle, they talk about the trait or the principle that it's representing, and they kind of talk about what that means to them and how they can kind of live that in their lives. And they kind of talk about the people in their lives that they think represent it well. And it's just a very cool, like, grounding yourself and remembering what you stand for moment as a family. And they do this for 7 nights in a row. It's a week-long celebration that ends in lots of food and fun. Also, some other traditions include drumming. If you are my lower L kids, you will see in the video a kiddo, he gets a drum for Kwanzaa because they like to drum during Kwanzaa. And then also, the colors that represent Kwanzaa are often red, green, and black. I think that might be part of the reason why Kwanzaa can be kind of confused for Christmas because of the red and green. I know that red and green are Christmas colors, but red, green, and black are Kwanzaa colors. And those are the colors that they use to celebrate this holiday. So Kwanzaa is a very, very cool holiday. It's pretty new, but it's very unique and just an awesome thing to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed. On the next slide, you're going to watch a song explaining a little bit more about Kwanzaa, giving you some visual representations of them, lighting the Kinara, and kind of talking with their families and having a good time. Next week, we will be we'll be talking about Christmas, and then you guys will be on break. So let's go see our holiday of the week.